Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my garage where we're here with the Lad Coupe from the last episode, and as mentioned in the last episode, it now has an inline-4 1.8 turbo engine all fully installed, fluids are all done and it is ready to go, but we're not doing anything with that just now. In fact, what we're going to do just now is we're going to work a bit on this interior. I am going to grab the hose quickly though and get some of these bits I missed while cleaning. Otherwise I will mistake them for other issues, and don't want that. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably put a dashboard in the car. Now, there's a couple of choices here. I'm going to go for dashboard 1, which is this one here. Put the cluster in it there, the glove box on it there. Grab the screwdriver. And then fire it straight into the car, nice and easy. Just like that, we have a dashboard. Very important component to the car. But we are going to add our race speedo, which is somewhere in here. This one here, digital speedo. This doesn't require any screws, it just exists right there, which is awesome to see. The next thing I'm going to do is put the screwdriver away, grab the spanner, and we're going to take the seats out. We're going to basically take all of the blue interior out and just chuck it out the window with all the rest of the parts from this car. Like so. These two can stay, they're quite cool. I don't dislike having that little bit of blue inlet in the interior. Not very pretty. And I believe we're missing a window. Yes, we are missing a window. But we have the small window, which is, I wouldn't say the important one, but it is one of them. There we are, much better. And somewhere over here I should have a can of paint, right there. And immediately it runs out, that's fine. I'll grab one more of them from the catalogue. Like so. We'll jump inside and get the last of this little bits of yellow that you can see. And you can see there, the roof does have a fancy pattern on it. So let's get some windows in place. So we need front right, front left, rear left, I believe it is, and the very front left. We're going to change the windscreen as well, which let's actually start with the windscreen. I'm not even sure if there's a windscreen in there, but we will find out. There is. Just chuck that out the window. I think it's exactly the same, but that's fine. This will be the window regulator for this side. Couple of bolts there. This will be for one of them. I don't know which one this is for. It is indeed for this side. There we are. This will be this window here. This is the small window on this side. And then the main window on this side. Looks like we do have a back window, so that is awesome. We need 2 wipers, 2 wiper blades, and we need the whole wiper assembly, which is right there. So we get that put in, which I believe the bolts are on the engine side. Now it's worth pointing out the engine that I've put together is a high performance engine. All the performance parts with the exception of spark plugs, because the store was closed when I was building that engine, and I just wanted it done. I don't think the spark plugs add too terribly much to the performance. The car should be quick enough without them, and if not, we can always change them later on. Okay, next we want to get some mirrors on. Go for the chrome ones because why not? These get held on with a screwdriver. So we'll grab that next. That's the pry tool, that one's the screwdriver. And I don't think we have a headliner. We do have a mirror in here though. Let's take that off. I don't know if that's the chrome one or not. It doesn't really look chrome, so I'm going to assume it's not. It very well may have been, but I don't know. Grab a couple of sun visors. And somewhere there should be a headliner. Maybe the mirror was chrome. Chrome seems to be black currently, I'm not sure why. As you can see, the tools are very dark. That's something that just sometimes happens. And the next headliner over here. I can just reach across, grab the screw for that. That adds this bit of trim around the top of the car as well. Speaking of trim around the car, we need these 2 panels next, which bolt on and add a bit more trim. One bolt for each of them. And then the door cards as well, while we're here. And just like everything else, just the 1 bolt to hold them on. There we are. Now, these are the standard seats. We're not using those. We are going to use these seats here. Which are very different, but definitely more sporty looking. Kind of clash with the blue a little bit, but we can always change the blue parts for red ones later on. So that's our first modification, if you will, is the new seats. Now let's move on to the next modification, which will be a roll cage, which looks absolutely awesome in this car. So there's 4 bolts on this. And we can still put a rear seat in here if we want to, but I don't. But that's looking slightly more race car like now, which is very cool. Very cool indeed. The next thing actually requires us taking a part off. We need to pop our head in here and undo that there, because this steering wheel is boring. So into the scrap pile it goes. Let's go and grab a new one from the store. And while we're here, I'll pick out some wheels and I'll bring you guys back when we're back from the store. Okay, so this is the steering wheel I chose. I went for the sporty one, and these are the wheels I chose. 17-inch wheels with decent size sidewall on the tyres. Before we get too carried away with that, we need to put springs in the car, and the ones I want to put in are the adjustables. So I think we're going to be cutting a bit out of this car to make these wheels fit. But we won't know that until we have suspension actually in the car and holding the hubs where they're supposed to be. There we are. So let's get these wheels on and then get the car put on the ground. But before we do that, actually, let's grab an exhaust. Just while we have access underneath the car like this. Yeah, these are definitely going to clip quite a bit. But that's okay. I'm actually thinking I should put wheel spacers on as well. I probably will in fact put wheel spacers on. But at least for now, let's get these axle stands out. And we'll see our new rally car on the ground for the first time, albeit with flat tyres. But we'll pump those up in just a second. So they clip in significantly so. But like I said, that's absolutely fine. And then finally this one, if I can find the valve for it, there it is. Looking rather splendid. Now the car will operate perfectly fine like that, but it just looks a bit off. Having it like that, it's weird how one side sticks out more than the other, but we'll not worry about that. I think the back axle is actually twisted on this car. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put wheel arch extensions on it, which I think they're possibly under body actually. Let's go for these. And we'll see. Looking quite cool. Let's go into colour, and we want pure white, and we want a paint pen. Unusually enough. What I want to do is just mark around where this meets the car. A big patch there that I can't see. Very big patch that I can't see. That's inconvenient, because what I want to do is pop that back off. I think that's probably about safe. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Not that it makes really any difference whatsoever. It's very much just a visual thing. We'll do the same on this one. This one obviously being a bit easier because we actually have the marks, as you can see. Something like that. And like that. Can I get into those? That did kind of work there. That will probably do. Double check the fitment. Yeah, I can't see anything in there. Oh, I did take too much off the front here though. And the way you can fix that is with the welder. Of course it eats your electrodes, but that's okay. There we go, that should do that one. So what I'll do is I'll go around the car, get the rest of the kit on, and I'm going to get some wheel spacers, and then I'll bring you guys back when the fitment is dialed in where it should be. Okay, that is everything dialed in just the way I was looking for it to be. This is the pile of scrap, and this is the race car. Went for orange and black, matte purple, well, purple and orange. Those are the colours. I don't know where the black came from. There's a bit of Z fighting on the back window, sun strip, but other than that, I think it looks absolutely awesome. The thing I've noticed is this wheel sits very close at the front, and fine on this side. Not sure what that's about, but for the first time, let's get in our race car. Before I do anything, I am going to quick save, just in case. There we are. Right. Let's turn the lights on. Before I drive anywhere, let's have a look at all these lights on the front. Is that not just the coolest thing ever? And of course our rear lights work too. And let's go make this car dirty. Pulling heavy to the left. Pulling so heavy left. Not entirely sure why it's pulling that far to the left. The only thing I can think of is this isn't working right. All the wheels are all pumped up. All the suspension is all in place, of course. Maybe it's lowered a little bit more on this side than the other. I never did check that. But let's tempt fate and see if we can actually do a rally. Got to love those turbo sounds. Not the cleanest race. But we did get 29, just under 30 seconds, which isn't bad. And I will graciously accept our $1,500 prize money and the trophy. Let's see if we can get this back home without crashing. I think the sun strip might need to come off the front. Something's definitely wrong with the suspension. It's going around this corner all by itself. Whoops. Well, we got a trophy, that's the main thing. Smashed a couple of windows and a light. Couple of lights, not too bad. I can live with that damage. That's why we have a roll cage. But now that we've managed to actually drive home in a car, albeit with a rollover, that's where I'm going to leave this episode here for today. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe, and as always you can hit that bell notification. That way you get notified every time a video gets uploaded. And you can also join my Discord. Link to Discord is in the video description. And I'll be back with the next episode where we'll do a little bit more work on this car and possibly start working on the car that's hidden underneath this hood here. That is not part of the car. It is not another lad. It is of course a BMW. But this car I want to keep. It does seem to be sitting a little off at the front there, but we'll investigate that. It's also sitting a bit off at the back here too. It's certainly not sitting square anymore. But then again, it was just on its roof. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.